The Philippines is well known for its very rich biodiversity. According to the Convention on Biological Diversity, the Philippines is one of the 18 mega biodiverse countries in the world, containing two-thirds of the Earth's biodiversity. Our marine biodiversity is especially rich, with a total of about 3,214 fish species, 121 of which are endemic to the country. In fact, with our teeming coral reefs and many other breathtaking marine ecosystems, the Philippines is recognized worldwide as the epicenter of marine biodiversity. This makes our vast and rich oceans very significant to the lives of many Filipinos. With that, a big part of the Filipino population, especially those in coastal communities, depend on our seas as a food and livelihood source. Seafood is an important economic resource, and the health of the Philippine seas is important in ensuring the country's food security. The Philippines is one of the top fishing countries worldwide, with an estimated 6 million metric tons of fish produced annually by Philippine fisheries. However, a decline in this production has been observed due to decades of overfishing and other unsustainable fishing practices. Overfishing occurs when commercial fishing vessels and fleets catch faster and way more than what our oceans can sustain. Overfishing adult populations leave very little fish to breed, thereby decreasing fish populations worldwide. This is one of the biggest man-made threats that is taking a toll on the health of our oceans today. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, nearly one-third of the world's assessed fisheries are already being pushed beyond its biological limits. Reef fishing is also another cause of overfishing in the Philippines, where fishermen catch aquarium fish, such as the popular Nemo or clownfish, in coral reefs where they use sodium cyanide. There were a few regulations implemented for this. However, this is still greatly underestimated with the little data collected regarding the issue. Many factors contribute to overfishing, but the leading cause is the lack of proper management, strict enforcement measures, and regulation of our marine resources. Also, large-scale foreign fishing vessels from neighboring countries which carry out illegal fishing within Philippine territory threaten the livelihood of local fishermen, urging Filipino fisherfolk to resort to destructive fishing methods that further damage marine ecosystems. Overfishing continues to threaten the country's rich biodiversity and various marine ecosystems, and many of our local fishermen are left vulnerable to its impacts up until today. One of the two implications of overfishing are ecosystem deterioration and economic loss. All life forms are interconnected, where a decrease in population may lead to a cascade of degradative events. Fishes serve as food not only among humans, but also other organisms as well, including both marine and terrestrial. If overfishing continues, there would be a significant ecosystem deterioration. For example, yellowfin tuna in the Philippines is abundant, which is a well-known fish predator of smaller fish, crustaceans, and mollusks due to their morphology and anatomy. The Philippines is one of the top exporters of this tuna. However, the increase in the demand leads to more yellowfin tuna caught regardless of their size or overall appearance. With yellowfin tuna as one of the top predators in the marine food web, their significant loss would cause an imbalance wherein there may be a possibility of an increase in the populations of their usual prey, but may also become detrimental to other organisms. Alongside the loss of natural predators also comes the increase in endangered species. To date, the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List contains about 3% of the world's total organisms under the class Actinopterygii, which are critically endangered, while 4.6% are endangered and 5.9% are vulnerable. If overfishing remains incessant, these percentages may increase in the near future to a point where it may become irreversible. Overfishing, perhaps, goes into full circle as it is caused by fishing industries for the economy, but also ends up affecting the economy when little to no more fishes are left to be caught. As an archipelago, many communities in the country rely on fishing as their livelihood. An increase in the demand for fishing results in a significant decrease in the fish population as shown by the decrease in the number of fishes caught. From 2010 to 2017, there was a decrease in some of the top fishes caught. 27% for galunggong, 17% for tulingan, and 17% for alumahan just among municipalities. However, for commercial fishing, a total of 29% decrease was observed wherein galunggong decreased by 34% and tulingan by 18%, still between 2010 and 2017. Approximately 75% of the Philippine waters have already been overfished, with thousands, if not millions, of families relying on fishing as their main source of income. If the number of fishes continue to decline, there will be many more mouths to feed. The ultimate solution to overfishing in the country is the imposing of strict fishing regulations. As mentioned, although the government has introduced a new fisheries code, results cannot be felt because of the lack of its serious enforcement. Rare Philippines, a conservation organization, have taken unique steps into making these plans into full fruition. They launched the Fish Forever campaign, which is a community-led solution to revitalize coastal marine habitats such as coral reefs, mangroves, and seagrass, protect biodiversity, and secure the livelihoods of fisher households and their communities. They use social marketing techniques to make the fishermen understand that they can benefit from the seas as long as they protect and take care of it. A Fish Forever summit at Boracay in 2015 was held with about 20 mayors from across the country to discuss concrete actions in tackling the enforcement of regulations. One of these is the managed access system, where fishermen are assigned an area for fishing provided that he or she will protect a nearby marine sanctuary. One of the communities which took action is Cortes, Surigao del Sur, where they had a significant increase in fish catch and a drastic change in the fisher folks' behavior and mindset towards our seas. Rare Philippines also encourages everyday Filipino citizens to contribute in resolving the issue. Whenever we go to the market, we can refuse to buy the small fish, which are too young to be caught, so that fisherfolk will have to wait for the fish to grow before catching them. Also, we could continually ask ourselves, where and how were these fish grown, so that we could always make ourselves aware of where our fish come from to further educate ourselves on the matter. This way, we can always know the consequential actions to take. The Philippines is truly blessed with an abundance in marine resources. If we, the Filipinos, will acknowledge the responsibility in taking care of and protecting it, we can continue to benefit from it in the future. If we eliminate overfishing, among other issues, this will be a big step in food security for our children and for the next generations to come.